Good day, everyone. This is Manu Tumudo, and you can see I've logged into my Retrofit into my English server. This is my final presentation for my Ubuntu uh, server deployment for Promise Land. So just to tell you that currently logged in as the Ubuntu server, and this is it, AWS instance running. So before we get any of that thing started, let's update. Let me show you how updated the system is. So let's update the system to show you what. So while that is done, let me give you a break of what to expect in this video. We'll do that quickly. So this demonstration is to show a Linux-based file server deployed on Ubuntu using AWS EC2 system, which provides central file storage, role-based access control, secure remote administration, and automated system management for an enterprise environment. So while it's a float, this is what we related to in the video. Like I said, a demonstration to show Linux-based file server deployment using Ubuntu hosted on AWS Cloud Server. So we've securely logged in via SSH, and I'm getting the updates done. For server rules and system design, the file server, this server functions as a centralized file server supporting department collaboration, secure file sharing via Jamba, SSH remote administration, and automation through projects. Okay, okay, let's get this done again. Making sure the last time. So now that that is done, let's look at how we've done, how we've been able to implement the server rule and system design using standard. There we go. So you can see that that's for the start with SSH. Yeah, it is clear anyway. Okay. So you can see the enable and this is for the server role and system design. For the SSH service table, some of the ports is actually active, enabled and running. So I've left um, mine open for me to be able to get this get done. That is very fast. In this thing is slow, so I don't get make the video too long. For this partition of file storage, we the storage is logically separated using an attached EBS volume file with H4 and mounted under SIV shared. So let's get that quickly. Immediately. Okay. You can see that's where it's mounted, the partition. Then for user and group and user group, for user and user group, okay. Okay. Yeah. So user one is in operation, and then can also get others as well. You see, user one is in operation. So what this means is that users are organized into department-based groups, ensuring rule-based access control and enforcing the principle of least privilege. This is a security control in order for users to gain access to only resources and files they need to carry out their job, which is the principle which I use the principle of least privilege in order for there to be secure access to files and um, files, resources, and directories, so that those who do not have any business with particular file will not have access to it. This is good for security. So this is for shared file storage, shared file storage and permission. We just say that these files are shared across various departments that are needed to use. So the department has its own shared directory with restricted permission access to limited assigned groups only. So for security, the firewall is configured to allow only SSH standard traffic, reducing attack surface. This is very important because when you do not implement your firewall, you expose yourself to various attack surfaces. But for this, we have been able to limit the attack uh, surface or reduce it entirely. So you can see it has been set that is active before inner incoming, allow outgoing, disable routed. Yeah. And this ones that are open is actually my set for me in order for me to be able to log in and get this. Then the SSH is configured, but I've not implemented it yet. I needed to finish this assignment first before this demonstration first before implementing it. So it's Is it? All right. Well, so this one. So when I finally activate this, it will log in using authentication. So for access control lists are used to grant use access control to grant executive level read only access across various departments. And you can see that in this demonstration. Okay? So sorry for that. Oh, yeah. Yes, yeah, not asking you. Okay, I'm so sorry for that. Something like that. So across control list, access control list is implemented in order to give executive level read only access control department access read only access control for various departments. This is done for executive level only. For updates, we've already updated the system from the beginning, right? Okay, so try several roles. We use Samba and you see. So it's ready, it's active and running. So Samba provides cross-platform file sharing between Linux and Windows Server. So of course, various platforms will be able to share files one with the other accordingly. So for file permission for group files, you can see it here as well. Mm. Mm. This is an improvement. I know, right? So you can see this is Samba cross-platform file sharing Linux and Windows to make it easy to share file across various OS and systems. So the group permission here ensures that only authorized users can access department folders. The firewall setup, we use UFO firewall is enabled and configured to allow only necessary services. So you see that? Sorry, not UFO, is UFW, like, so only this ports that are open are only for my own um, machine, so I'll be able to get this done. So for storage allocation and mounting, since we've done that already, we'll skip over it again. The storage volume is mounted permanently using the SPU capture for system reliability. We've done that already. So security, this is enforced through multiple layers, including firewall rules, SSH admin, AC access control list, and user-based permission. So for MOTD, we can look into that here. So this is a message when you try to, when an unauthorized user tries to get into the system, says authorized access only, unauthorized user is prohibited. I think that's great. This is a message for base. So for closure, this is for 2 years, for 2 years reboot. You can easily you can you can easily get that. Uh, yeah, yeah. So this is a scheduled code job ensuring long-term system stability through periodic reboot schedule. For updated package, we've updated the packages. Well, um, let me see. For example, of this demo, let me see go through that again. So I think all packages are kept updated to mitigate vulnerabilities, patch patch management, and for better security. So while that is getting done, for CLI package installation, the CLI tool tree is stored to visualize directory structure, confirm file system organization as well. It's a very good tool that helps to just because it's slow. So this is the demonstration of the Linux system administration by uh, so I'll get that done later. Let's hear this time. So yes, this is what you expect because I do not have access to this file of folders as I showed in error. This is done. This is a result of the security layers implemented for all departments and files. So only those in this group and that have been granted access to this file can access this. So this is it is not a mistake. If errors are not mistakes, they are not problems. It's just security measure in place. Thank you very much and God bless you.